This is not another open source repo review. This is the JustHireMe update where the app starts looking like a real private job search command center. The source video shows the new dashboard first, then one job customization, generated application materials, multiple knowledge graph views, a real pipeline, and an activity stream that shows what the agent is doing. The important shift is simple. JustHireMe is moving from a promising idea into a workflow: find better roles, score fit, create the package, and keep the user in control before anything gets sent. The source post is from Vasudevs, announcing JustHireMe V0.1.31. The post says the first launch hit 390,000 impressions, more than 3,000 likes, more than 6,000 bookmarks, over 1,200 GitHub stars, and more than 400 downloads. By the time I pulled the sources for this video, the repository had already moved again. GitHub showed more than 1,500 stars, 247 forks, and new releases up to version 0.1.37. So this video is framed as an update, not a repeat. The earlier story was, an open-source AI job app exists. The new story is, what changed now that the product has a real workflow on screen. The first visible change is the command center. Instead of forcing users to hunt through separate screens, the dashboard gives one place to understand the job search state. The post says it now shows active leads, scores, agent status, and top roles in one view. That matters because the biggest pain in job search is not only finding roles. It is remembering what is worth acting on, what is stale, what needs review, and what the agent has already done. A good dashboard should answer the question, what should I do next? In the source video, the command center is doing exactly that. It gives the search a cockpit, current lead counts, ranked opportunities, status cards, and a place for the agent state to live without hiding the work in a black box. The second update is the one job customization flow. This is the practical part. Paste a job URL, let the agent capture the job description, score the fit, show keyword gaps, and generate tailored documents. The source post says the output is a tailored resume and a cover letter as PDFs, all in one flow. That is a much better promise than blind auto-apply. Blind auto-apply sounds fast, but it usually creates low-trust output. A one-job flow is slower in the right way. It gives the user a specific job, specific evidence, specific gaps, and a package that can be reviewed before sending. Then the outreach generator adds ready-to-copy messages, a short founder DM, a LinkedIn connection note, and a cold email. The key detail is that the post says those messages are written from the user's real profile, not generic templates. The knowledge graph is the feature that makes JustHireMe more interesting than a normal job board wrapper. The source post says the graph was rebuilt from scratch, with Relation Atlas, Gravity Graph, 3D Orbit, and Curated Mode. The video shows several graph views, including dense relationship maps, clustered bubbles, and a more structured grid. The README backs up the architecture behind that idea. It lists Kuzu for the profile graph, LansDB for vectors, SQLite for local lead tracking, and a Python fast API sidecar behind a towery desktop shell. In plain English, the matching engine is supposed to compare job descriptions against evidence from the user's profile, projects, skills, and career history. That is different from raw keyword matching. If it works, the app can explain why a role fits, which projects prove the match, and where the gaps are. That is the difference between an AI assistant that sounds confident and a workbench that shows its evidence. The third big product update is the job pipeline. The post lists the stages as hot, new, rated, ready, applied, and discarded. Every lead can have a fit score and a quality score. The user can search, filter, reevaluate, bulk clean, and export. That sounds simple, but it is where the product becomes a CRM for job search instead of another scraper. A scraper gives you more links. A pipeline tells you which links deserve action and what happened to each one. The live activity stream is the trust layer. The source video shows the screen titled, "What is the agent thinking?" The post says it logs every query, evaluation, and decision in real time. For an agentic job app, that matters. If the agent is searching, filtering, ranking, or generating, the user needs to see the trail. Otherwise, every recommendation becomes another black box. The local first part is still the core positioning. The post says JustHireMe is local first, privacy first, open source, and free, with user data staying on the user's machine. The README says the stack is Towery, React, TypeScript, Python, Fast API, SQLite, Kuzu, and LanceDB. It also says the project is alpha, public, hackable, and not a polished one-click consumer product yet. That caveat is important. This is not a finished job search appliance for everyone. It is an open-source workbench that is moving fast. The useful verdict is this: the last JustHireMe story was about a promising local AI job app. This update shows the product shape, dashboard, one-job workflow, outreach generation, graph-based matching, pipeline stages, and agent transparency. If you try it, use sanitized logs and public examples when opening issues. Repo and source links are in the description.